divide negative 20 plus 6x to the power 3 6x to the power 3 minus 4x squared by 2x minus 4. And then they're saying instead the quotient and remainder. Okay, so they want us to state the quotient and the remainder. All right, let's write this down. The same thing we're doing. Let's take note of what we're being given. It's negative 20 plus 6x to the power 3 minus 4x squared. Okay, divide by 2x minus 4. Now I want you to take note of something here. You remember the rules that we had. Let's just go back there. Number one was that you have to make sure both dividend and divisor must be written in descending powers. Both dividend and divisor, they have to be written in descending powers, both of them. Okay, and if they are missing terms in any of them, make sure you include 0 terms. So let's look at our dividend and divisor. Our divisor is looking fine. Okay, it's 2x minus 4. This one is descending powers. But when we look at our dividend here, it's not descending powers. We're starting with a constant. We're having the thing with the highest degree in the middle and something else coming after that. So we need to make sure we order this. This thing with the highest degree is this one. So let's start with that one. 6x to the power 3. Seconded by this minus 4x squared. And then we have the constant. Is there a missing term here? Actually there is. Okay, so we have to include that. We'll include a 0 term of that one, 0x. Then we'll say minus 20. Okay, so we'll divide that by 2x minus 4. Can you see how this is happening? Always take note and make sure you write these things in descending order. Okay, so now let's divide. We're ready now. Okay, we're ready. Okay, so let's divide that. So it's 2x minus 4. Then we write our dividend here. Minus 4x squared plus 0x minus 20. All right. Now, so remember, we just deal with the term that is the first term with the highest degree in the divisor. So it's 2x into 6x to the power 3. So it'll be 6x to the power 3 divided by 2x. 2 into this, 3. X into that, that's to the power 2. So it's 3x squared. That's the answer, 3x squared. Okay, so this 3x squared, we write it on the term in the dividend that has to x to the power 2. So we say 3x squared. Okay, 3x squared times 2x is 6x to the power 3. 3x squared times 4, negative 4, is negative 12x squared. Can you see that? Then we might subtract those two. And what we end up getting, this is 0, and then negative 4x squared minus 12x squared. So it will be negative 4x squared plus 12x squared. What do we end up getting? We end up getting positive x squared, 8x squared. Okay, and then we drop down the plus 0x. And so 2x into 8x squared. So it's 8x squared divided by 2x. 2 into this 4x, 1. That's 4x. So we'll write this answer on the term with x to the power 1, which is this one. So we'll write plus 4x. 4x times 2x gives us 8x squared. 4x times negative 4 is minus 16x. Okay, we subtract the two. Subtract the two. What we end up getting is 8x minus 8x is 0. 8x squared minus 8x squared is 0. And then 0x minus 16x, we get positive 16x. And then minus 20. Alright, so 2x into 16x. Okay, that's 16x over 2x. Into this, we get an 8. Okay, so we write it above the constant. So plus 8. 8 into 2x, we 8 times 2x, we get 16x. Okay, 8 times negative 4, we get negative what? 32. Okay, so that we subtract. Okay, so 16x minus 16x is 0, and then negative 20 minus minus, which becomes a plus, it will be negative 20 plus 32. We end up getting positive 12. Can you see that? Okay, so that's a remainder from dividing 2x minus 4 into that dividend. Now, these things I was writing here, I'm rubbing off now. You don't have to indicate it. I was just showing you as we were calculating. Now, the answer, we'll write it like this. We'll say 6x to the power 3 minus 4x squared minus 20 is equal to 3x squared plus 4x plus 8 multiplied by 2x minus 4. Sorry for the space, but that's how you're supposed to write it. So if you multiply this, multiplied by that, and plus the remainder 12, it should give you the dividend right here. Okay, the dividend. That's very, very important. Okay, are you able to see that? Okay, that's how you do long division of this. Now let's look at the final example on this lesson. Okay, number 3. Here's the final example. So we're saying divide 2x to the power 4 2x to the power 4 plus x to the power 3 minus 3x to the power 2, and then we are dividing by x squared plus 2, and state the quotient and the remainder. Okay, so this is where it becomes interesting as well. Now let's look at our dividend. Okay, it's like this: 2x. Okay, 2x. So we need to look at our dividend and make sure that everything is well ordered. So 2x to the power 4. Okay, everything has to be well ordered. So 2x to the power 4 plus x to the power 3 minus 3x to the power 2. That's our dividend. Now, if we arrange it properly, remember it has to be in descending powers. And if there are any missing terms, we'll make sure we include them. So you see here, x to the power 4, x to the power 3, x to the power 2. They are missing terms. X to the power 1, and then the constant. So we'll write it like this: 2x to the power 4 plus x to the power 3 minus 3x to the power 2 plus 0x plus 0. Okay, so I've included the missing terms as 0 terms as well. Then let's look at the divisor. The divisor is x squared plus 2, and so this one is also having a missing term with a variable x to the power 1. Okay, so we need to include that. It will be x squared plus 0x plus 2. Exactly, just like that. Okay, just like that. All right, now let's write our division symbol. Here's how it's going to be. Okay, so we write x to the power 2, 0x plus 2. And the dividend is 2x to the power 4 plus x to the power 3 minus 3x plus 0x plus 0. Okay, plus 0. Now, the same way, x into 2x to the power 4, x squared into 2x to the power 4. What do we end up getting? Okay, what do we end up getting? It's actually 2x to the power 2. So we'll write the answer on the term with x to the power 2. So we'll write it like that: 2x to the power 2. 2x to the power 2 multiplied by x to the power 2 is 2x to the power 4. Okay, and so we'll multiply 2x to the power 2 multiplied by 0x. Okay, we'll end up getting what? What do you think we'll end up getting? Is actually a 0. Okay, 2x to the power 2 multiplied by 2. What do we get? Plus 2 times 2 is 4x to the power 2. Then we'll subtract. Okay. When we subtract the 2, what we end up getting is 2x to the power 4 minus 2x to the power 4 is 0. And then x to the power 3 minus 0 is actually x to the power 3. And then we do negative 3x to the power 2 minus 4x to the power 2. That ends up giving us negative 7x squared. Okay? Then we drop down the 0x. Can you see that? Okay, so remember, we're still using x to the power 2. X to the power 2 into x to the power 3. What we end up getting is x. X times x to the power 2 is x to the power 3. Okay? X times 0x is actually plus 0. Okay? X times 2 plus 2x. We subtract the 2. Okay? We subtract the 2. X to the power 3 minus x to the power 3 is 0. Negative x to the power 2 minus 0 is negative 7x squared. Okay? Alright. Positive 0x minus negative 2x minus positive 2x is minus 2x. And then we add a 0 there. Okay? And then x squared into negative 7x squared. What we get is negative 7 on top of the constant term. Okay, negative 7 times x squared is negative 7x squared. Okay, negative 7 times 0x is actually plus 0. Okay, negative 7 times positive 2 is negative 14. Okay, always take note of that. So we say minus. This is very interesting, isn't it? Okay, so minus. And then minus 7x squared minus 7x squared is 0. Okay, negative 2x minus positive 0 is actually negative 2x. Okay, and then 0 minus 14 is plus 14. Okay, that's the remainder, because we've finished all the terms in the dividend, so we have nowhere else to go. Now, how do we write the solution? It's simple. So what we'll say is that 2x squared plus x minus 7 multiplied by x squared plus 2 plus the remainder negative 2x plus 14. This one should give us 2x to the power 4 plus x to the power 3 minus 3x squared. If you multiply all that, it should give you this one. Okay, that's the solution. All right. Now, to conclude the lesson, I want to give you some things to do, some homework. Okay, so this is just for your practice. Homework. All right. Number 1, I want you to work these out. Okay, work these out at your own time. So find the quotient and the remainder for the following. A. Okay. Number A is x plus 2 minus 3x squared minus 2 to the power 3 divided by 1 plus 2x. Okay, then we have another one which says part B 3a to the power 3 minus 1 divided by a minus 1. Okay, so work on this. We'll look at them in the next lesson. Okay, then we'll compare the answers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.